Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to cover quite a few things. So this one is going to be a bit longer video, but at the end of the day, we are bringing so much information that if you are looking to buy or sell real estate, it will give you some inside details about what's going on. At the same time, just because we actually take our time to gather all this information, and we would greatly appreciate if you like and share our video as well, because there is some really valuable information. So just to give you the points, in today's video, we're going to cover some of the positive news and some of the negative news. Obviously, we're definitely going to talk about the uncertainty in the market, but at the same time, we'll also talk about the unemployment numbers that just came out, and then we will also talk about the interest rates, and then last month's numbers. But something that is really, really important for those people who are looking to buy a new home, we will be talking about what builders are doing right now. And at the same time, we're going to be discussing mortgage rates as well, and plus the weekly numbers. So, actually, it becomes quite difficult for all of us to make any decisions when it comes to so much uncertainty in the market. We know the biggest threat Canada is facing right now is the tariffs from the United States. And one thing I'm really glad that all our political parties have actually pretty much the same answer and tone whenever it comes to all these threats that we're facing right now. But it is going to have definitely some sort of impact on our market. So it is such a big thing right now that some of the buyers and sellers are holding on to things that they're planning to do. But one thing that I always tell everybody is that instead of focusing on the negative side of everything, if you just keep doing what you're supposed to do, and things get quite easier for you. The reason, just because we're so much actually consumed into all this negative news that is coming from every side right now, it is taking so much energy away from us. We're worried about our future and everything. And I personally feel like there is so much at stake that obviously Canada will work it out. They will definitely make sure that Canadians are not affected, as everybody is fearing right now. So those are the things. So just I would highly suggest everybody that you keep focusing on what you're supposed to do right now instead of focusing on this negative news. I know we can't really avoid it. It is part of our life, but at the same time, because it takes away so much energy from you, then you're not focused on the things that you're supposed to do. So just keep that part in mind. So let's talk about the good news at the same time. All the analysts were not expecting that Canada will add 76,000 jobs in the month of January, which is incredible. So most of the jobs that were added were in manufacturing. And again, that is the part that is at stake right now when we're talking about tariffs. So the unemployment went actually slightly down by 0.1% in Canada to 6.6%. And it is quite significant because nobody was expecting that. Most of the analysts were thinking that we will only add 25,000 jobs and the unemployment will go up. So it went the other way. So that's a good news. But now when we're talking about Alberta, our unemployment rate was at 6.7%. Compared to last month, which was quite high, pretty close to 8%. And the thing is, Calgary's job market is still quite steady. And we know that we had so many people coming into Calgary, moving to Calgary or even Edmonton, that absorbing them actually into the job market was not that easy. We know the migration has slowed down right now, but it hasn't stopped. So there are still some challenges, but actually, again, people are still moving here, but it is not at the pace that we have seen in the past couple of years. So our unemployment rate was at 7.7%. Red Deer is just a small town, and a lot of people moved there because they had so much affordable properties there, and they had the highest unemployment rate in Canada at 9.7%, which was quite high. And Edmonton is sitting about at 7.2%. The unemployment rate is still there, and obviously we are dealing with all those challenges from outside right now, and we'll see how that goes in the next month. Now, even though we think actually things are quite simple, so now it comes to the interest rates. When we think that Bank of Canada probably knows what to do and what not to do. So I'm just going to go into a little bit of economics here to explain how things really work. I hope you all remember that in our previous videos we talked about the interest rates coming down to 2.5% by the end of 2030, which was supposed to be the way, like if everything was just going smooth. We knew economy is moving into the right direction, inflation is under control, and the interest rates will come down to 2.5%. But things are not that clear anymore. And here's the reason behind that. Just when the inflation is high, Bank of Canada does everything to bring it down, and that's where they increase the interest rates. So the other thing now on the other side, when there is high unemployment rate, and then at that time Bank of Canada tries to bring down the interest rates so the economy can keep moving. But now with the tariff threats, Bank of Canada is not clear anymore what they are going to do. Because now, if the tariffs really kick in, our inflation will go up, and at the same time, our unemployment will go up. So it's a really, really tricky situation. We don't know what our future is holding, but we do know that our interest rate is at 3% right now. And the next announcement that's going to come up is on 12th of March. You can take a note of that. It is coming up on 12th of March. And we will know at that time which way they're thinking to go, because now we know that the US is going to decide about tariffs by the end of the month, and we will see how really that rolls out. And I hope it doesn't. But again, at the end of the day, the threat is there. And even though we all think that the economy is just easy to predict, I think all these nations with their trade agreements are so dependent on each other that it's not that easy and simplified where anybody can explain it to you what will happen. So now let's talk about last month's numbers. As we know that we had two really, really busy years, even starting in actually 2022, we had actually great years where the real estate market was extremely busy in Calgary. And you know, at some point, it will start slowing down. Now, with all these people who are moving to Calgary, and then the pace has slowed down, and so is the real estate. So in January, we had actually 1,451 sales, which was a drop of 12% compared to January 2023. 2,896 new listings came into the market, which was the increase of more than 35%, and inventory went up to 3,639 units, which was the increase of almost 69%. The inventory has gone up that much compared to January 2024. The average price at the same time also went up by 6% to 605,000 on average for every property in Calgary. Now, there is one thing that I want you to keep in mind. Even though the rest of the categories are moving still in the market, one category has slowed down quite significantly, and the numbers have gone up quite significant in that one, and that is the apartment sector. We have been talking about the apartment sector. There are so many new apartments that are hitting the market as well at the same time, and that is one sector that is really lagging behind, and basically that's pretty much everywhere in Canada right now. Now, I have great news for those people who are looking to buy brand new homes. Before you go and shop around, there are so many different things that you need to know. Now these days, just because market is slowing down and builders are reacting to it, they are offering significant discounts. At the same time, they're also offering upgrades, like they would give you like $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 worth of upgrades in the price. But keep this in mind, when you're working with builders, things sometimes are not as simple. And what we do as realtors, We actually go and shop for you, when we know what our clients are looking for, and we try to work out the best deal possible for our clients. I don't have any single client who's disappointed in any of my deals from the past. So when you're thinking to buy a brand new home, you can definitely take advantage of that. As long as, I mean, one thing that we do, even in the previous videos we have mentioned, is that we plan things for our clients. We just don't tell them, hey, buy this home, this is a good deal. We always need, learn about what their needs and wants are before we help them find their next home. So if you're looking for a new home, let us know. There are some great deals going on. Now let's talk about mortgage rates. Just because things are not so simple anymore and the market is slowing down, banks are offering incredible rates right now. And when we looked at all these interest rates in the market right now, we saw that even though they are offering starting from 4.25% and above, that when you go and negotiate with banks, you can also get somewhere close to interest rate about 4%. But at the same time, banks are also offering cashback offers. So when you are thinking to get a mortgage, make sure you go and ask banks what are they offering so you can take advantage of that. So now at the end of, let's get towards the weekly numbers. As we mentioned that our inventory is going up, and at the same time there are some incredible deals out there. So new listings, we have 671 new listings that came into the market. 74 properties came back onto the market. 256 properties saw a price decrease. 14 properties saw price increase. 391 properties went pending, sold. 408 properties got sold. As you can see, the difference is quite a bit now. 136 properties expired, 9 properties were withdrawn, and 86 properties got terminated. Real estate is, a lot of people think that real estate is just an easy thing. You just become a realtor and you can buy and sell homes and help people do that. But there is so much to it. As you know that if things are not done right, even realtors can get sued. So to protect your interests and to actually learn how really everything works, we educate our clients. And if you are thinking to buy or sell real estate, please let us know. We'll be more than happy to assist you. My phone number is 403-689-2345. Thank you.